Welcome back, I am Dr. Ruckus, and today we're playing Temur LIER Adventures in Ranked Eldraine Standard. In case you forgot, LIER is still a card in Standard, even though it's been a while since it's seen that much play. It's a 5-mana 3/4 legendary creature human wizard, spells can't be countered. Each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback. The flashback cost is equal to that card's mana cost. Flashback is you may cast a card with flashback from your graveyard for its flashback cost, then exile it. Normally, that means you cast back an instant or sorcery, then it's exiled, it's gone forever, you've done it, it's one and done. It's not the case with adventures. What happens with adventures is you play the instant or sorcery half, then it goes on an adventure to the exile pile, then you cast it for its creature half, it hits the battlefield, and then, when that creature is destroyed, it goes to the graveyard. In the graveyard, it still counts as an instant or sorcery from LIER's perspective, which means you can then cast back the instant or sorcery half with LIER. But this time, it doesn't just get exiled forever, it goes on an adventure. So now you can still cast back the creature half and do that over and over for the rest of the game. You'd think it'd be broken. The thing is, they didn't give us, disgustingly powerful adventures this time around. They're fairly reasonable, I'd say. So it's certainly powerful, but not game-breaking, but definitely fun to explore. So this is a little bit of a tweak on the original version I had during the early access event, definitely including the Frolicking Familiar. I like this a lot. Feels like Spikefield Hazard. 1 mana instant speed, pick off their, 1 toughness soldiers or 1 toughness red aggro cards. Still comes back as a decent 3 mana 2/2 flyer body that can get pumped up with prowess essentially, but I like it there on 1. Bounce things with the Viper. There's a lot of 2-drops. You're always gonna have something to do on 2. Bounce something with the Viper or just play it as a creature. Draw 2 mana instant on your opponent's turn, set up for lands the next turn, or play out the Questing Druid, which by itself can be a beat stick. Ramp yourself with a Worm or play it later as a 5 mana 5/4 reach, which is pretty solid. Hold up your instant Horned Whale to basically bounce your opponent's attacking creature, and then later comes out as a 6 mana 6/6 ward 2 flash threat. So all these things are great on 2 and kind of let you dawdle along. The goal is not really to develop the board state early. This is not an aggro deck. It's kind of a mid-range control deck, but you don't need to do anything on the board the first 2 turns, just kind of bounce and stall. Then turn 3, you're sweeping. I think you do have to have sweepers in this deck. You just can't let those aggro decks run away with the board state too early, as much as you have some bouncing power. I think you need this in here. And then some really solid mid-rangey cards. You got Sentinel of Lost Lore, 3 mana 3/4 body. It's not legendary. Pretty solid stats. Exiles target opponent's graveyard, which actually is quite relevant against a lot of things like your opponent's Squee or other, tenacious underdog type things. Most importantly, you can return target card you own in exile that has an adventure card to your hand. Note, this is not just in exile because it's on an adventure, it's any card in exile that has an adventure. So if your opponent sweeps the board with Sunfall and exiles everything, you can still get back an adventure card that was exiled that way. So this is pretty nice. You play this out, you get back the Horned Whale, then your opponent knows, shit, I got another turn. If I attack, I'm just gonna get bounced again. So pretty great for that kind of mid-game stall until you get to your end game. And then Balloona is a very solid body. 3 mana 4/4 trample is nothing to sneeze at. Permanent spells you cast that have an adventure cost 1 less to cast. You're getting cheaper worms and cheaper whales. Oh, that's good. And then of course, if you go for the big 5 mana escape to the wilds, mill 7, put all adventure cards into your hand. Quite nice. And then of course we have LIER, which I already explained, can play all these things back multiple times. And lastly, we have, very important, included 1 copy of Two-Headed Hunter, because I think you need that Beanstalk Giant Fling effect. I think you just need the push to be able to dome someone out of nowhere, and being able to give something instant speed, double strike out of nowhere is one way to close out the game, because you do a lot of durdling in this deck, and you just got to figure out how to win. That's it. So anyway, that's the deck. If you want to support the channel, watch the whole video to the end. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. This is magically keepable, because we can bounce an aggressor and still play a 3-drop. Fast land here. No attackers yet, so we want blue open for the whale, but they don't have any hasty attackers anyway. Still, this is fine. Enchantments. We got the Bosiju. Land is good. Play out the first Balloona. 4/4 isn't bad. Borrowed Time, expensive removal. Okay. Balloona doesn't do that well. It's not awful though, because we can always get it back with LIER. I suppose just taking the whole turn off to, I guess we could always Bosiju the Borrowed Time. It's kind of interesting. Okay, let's plant a whale and or Bosiju. Okay, 4/4. And a Weaver. Okay, so we'll whale you. If we besiege you now, we get back the Balloona. Then we can cast the whale on the next turn. But we don't have enough blue for all that. I kind of just want to pick off the Weaver. I mean, the Weaver is kind of a big issue here. The copying is very annoying. This coming turn can just Sentinel get back the whale, maybe. I think I'm more concerned about this guy. Natural is also a good target because it pseudo ramps them. Alright, so that's an interesting little win con here. We do need more land in general. Don't have it yet. I think we start here. Get back the whale. Yeah, I want the whale here. Exile the graveyard in case it matters. 26 land. 5th land will be huge. Then we'll start to make some moves. Calyx. And a companion. Okay, that can attack through now. Here comes the 4/4. No blocks here. Viper, not bad. Could bounce something and also whale something this turn. I guess you bounce the Calyx. Doesn't really matter how you do it, I don't think. We got him, get him dead somehow. A Ganjo. Okay, that's okay. We don't need that card. All right. Calyx returns. All right, we need some more land here. Bit too much startling. Down to 8. We're running out of time. It's not a land. I will, however, definitely take it. 3 damage. Sweep. Okay, that gives us some time. 8 life. Give me a land. Calyx, again. And the Naturalist. Land is okay. 4/4 is okay. If they top deck the enchantment, we're pretty sad. It's probably our best play, though. Okay, Viper opens up the whale for next turn. Alright, let's see if they top deck the enchantment. They do. Makes Calyx a 5/5. I think we're double blocking Calyx here. I'm not really interested in them copying anything. Let's see if they attack, though. They don't have to. They do. Alright, we will trade. Don't have to copy anything, and we're pretty happy taking this guy out. And now we can play back the Viper off of LIER. No trample damage gets through. And I think we're just playing LIER this turn. Alright. Now we can Brotherhood's End next turn. Unless they top deck their removal right here. I'll be pretty salty. They attack. Do they have another Aganjo? It's not worth risking it. There's no way they play a second Aganjo. But there's no reason to block. Right? You just eat this. You just eat the 4 damage because we know we'll win the long game. No blocks. Yeah. Okay. I don't think they have Aganjo. I don't think they have anything. But we'll start with a sweep here. And probably just play out a normal familiar. I don't think they have a Ganjo. I really don't. Just not really worth risking it. Alright, making moves now. We could bounce whatever they play this turn with the Viper. We can also Balloona and just reload our entire hand. Okay, they have an answer. We have Double Strike and a Whale. If we play it now, it's just straight up a 6/6, right? I think we just play the 6/6 here. Make him deal. Attack for 2 in the air. Flash it in on their turn, then it comes in tapped, so it's not a good blocker. But it gives us a little bit of time till they can get the Kami up to a 6/6. Well, it might have given us some time. They don't attack, though. That's nice. We got the double strike plan. Which is probably what we're doing. Otherwise, ping him for 1, play this guy out. Just you. Hold back the 6/6 with double strike. I don't think they'll see that coming. Catilda. It's a big girl, 5/5. Still no attacks. I think we're doing nothing this turn. Wow. We've come so far. We could attack with everything and present lethal, which is kind of interesting. I like it. Show me what you got. Okay. Well, I think that's lethal then. Trigger, trigger. And double strike off the whale. Let's go. Plus pumps the other ones up as well. So that is 12, 16, 20. Okay. All right. I'm feeling it. That was too close, though. I feel like we should have been closer, and they top decked the LIER removal, and then got a little dicier. On the play, we can keep this. We don't have double green yet. Res on green. Okay, I think we'll match up pretty well against them. That's also fantastic. We can just sweep next turn. So we just let him go here. And sweep hopefully a couple things this coming turn. This is only sorcery speed. Great, perfect. Plays right into the sweeper. No need to bounce you. Just let it go. Cool. We don't have more land to deploy. So we're just sweeping this turn. 3 damage each creature and planeswalker. Let's do it. No stick there on the white. Okay, we need some more land, but otherwise, we're kind of just chilling for a bit. Viper will also get quite a lot of pings over the course of the game. Calyx. We can bounce you. Land is great. I think we go bounce and play. Send you back. And play a Viper. Very nice. They could still ossify stuff. We only have 4 cards in hand. I think if we start playing out LIERs, we could escape pretty quickly. The whale bounce is going to be nice too on them. I'm going to get it back with the Sentinel. Alright, 1 damage to the face. Audacity as well. Okay, we got the whale to send it back. Druid's probably pretty good here. We can Druid on their turn though. So I guess we do nothing in Druid plus whale. We could do it now if we really want to hit land, but we might get more value out of it if we wait a second. Catilda. They could put the counter on it. We can't stop that though. Because the whale is only for attacking creatures or tapped creatures. What is this for? Attacking creature. Alright. They're doing things. Sure. Alright, definitely bounce you. Okay, they get to draw a card. Then we'll go ahead and Druid out. Try to hit some more land. No more land for us. Brotherhood's End. I think that's a must here. They'll get back at the Catilda. I guess we have the Viper and the Frolic right now, right? I mean, we could bounce. We could just bounce. That's fine with me. Okay, send you back. It's kind of greedy. I mean, we have the nice sweep there. We'll trade if they want. We can always get this card back with LIER. No 5th land, though. Would have been great to hit land off the Questing Druid. No trades down to 14. So if we hit land, we could Sentinel, get back the whale. Or even the Viper, and just bounce something. Okay. Down to 13. This little Viper is putting in work here. All right, it's a 3/3. Catilda returns down to 12. Let's see where they put the... Oh, they don't get another counter. No blocks. Again, we could just easily sweep here and kind of just finish off the game. Land is good. I think you just sweep. If we can cast anything, we can get the druid big enough to survive, which isn't bad here. We have enough red to do it, even if we do this. So we can get the druid big enough to survive the sweep. I think that's very reasonable. Double red, yeah, we're good. Okay. Then we sweep. 3 damage. Druid goes up to a 4/4, survives, and that's their entire board state. Down to 8. We can get back all our adventures with LIER. Calyx, again. We can take a turn off to LIER here. How bad is this going to be? +X, X number of permanents you control, their spirits or enchantments. Then they copy it off of this? It's safer to just get back the whale. Which I think is what we'll do here instead. Opponent's getting low, though. Yeah, I think this is okay. Oh, this exiles the graveyard. That does it. Yeah, that does it. So we'll take back the whale here. And exile your graveyard. And now you're really out of it. Nice. If they attack, we just bounce Calyx. Sure. More land's okay. I think now we start setting up for LIER. Ideally, you want what? 1 red, I guess, open. Five, they have to block too. Chump, eat 3. It's crazy, you can play back now both halves of the adventure off LIER. They don't quit. I think that's it though. They can copy something, but it doesn't really matter. Copy a token, yeah, no blocks, that's it. Down to 8. Scoop, yeah. Super funky stall deck, but it is cool. On the play, we can keep this. What are you up to, T-Berg? What's going on? What's good? Mono black. Okay. We could play this out as a creature. Probably just dies immediately to cut down. Maybe we chill. Maybe we try to get some more value out of it. Temur. Okay. Temur toxic. Interesting. We could probably try to hit land off the druid, I suppose. No land. We could beanstalk if we want to. And also play the druid. Can't play the druid beforehand. Okay. I wonder if we can get the druid big enough to survive at Brotherhood's End. It's not crazy to ask. Got a lot of land though. We're almost ready. We could just worm next turn. Alright, you're exiled. We got a whale in hand, which isn't bad. We don't need to return the worm. Worm's doing pretty well. Auto pay is fine. Still a blue open for the whale. And we'll just exile the graveyard. That's all. We don't need to ramp anymore. And we'll hold the whale to bounce this thing. Okay. And a poison counter up to 2. Here comes the whale bounce. When it puts it on top. Viper. Okay. I think we have a lot of bounce for the rest of the game. I think we play the worm this turn. And then use a combination of the sentinel and the bounce stuff to just keep them off their feet for the rest of the game. Sure. Sack another one. Land means we can flash in the whale, which is probably what we do here. Could also play sentinel, get it back, but I think we'll just try to get the whale in. They do nothing. I mean, they could counter it. These are instants. It's a little bit lame to do nothing. We could play the Sentinel on our turn and return it. Let's not have the whale countered. I like the whale. You're okay too. Let's start here. I'll take the whale back. Oh, we can get back any of these in exile? Wow. Okay. I mean, the draw power is pretty good, honestly. Maybe let's take the draw. Exile your graveyard. Any of them in exile. That's nice. That's really good. That means even against Sunfall, you can get this stuff back. In that case, maybe we set up for another Questing Druid and just ping them with the Familiar. Augury, sure. The Frolic can also take out the 2/1. For poison, we can't dirtle for too long. That's the thing with this deck. This deck can dirtle for ages. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's start with the Druid. Another Sentinel. We'll ping face. We gotta get him dead soon. I think we basically just want a large Druid. Multiple large Druids. I think that's enough to get the rest of the way there, maybe. Okay. It's a fleet. We'll take a whale. I don't know which one's which. Nice. Okay, swing for 3. We're at 5 poison. No problem. Can bounce that easily. Try and use fire up to 6 poison. We do gotta win soon. Land is okay. Alright. Let's bounce you. Trigger, trigger. And play the second half. Let's really go with the Questing Druid. Already up to 3/3s. If you want to sweep next turn, we're good too. Play this guy out. Down to 9. Trigger, trigger. It's a lot of damage. When it drops to 4, we're at 6 poison. They have 4 mana. I'm not sure they can get all the way to 10 this turn. I don't know what that would look like. Okay, they lose a life off of that. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Each opponent gets a poison counter. I think we'll get there. Up to 7. 2 mana left. I don't think they can get 3 poison counters with 2 mana. Alright, that's 1. We go up to 8, but that's game. Whew. Okay. Team Dirtle, let's go. On the play, looks pretty good. We get the Frolicking Familiar for any pesky 1-drops. Okay, give me a Phoenix Chick. Hey, that's the perfect target. Let's go. Goodbye. Rotisserie down. Okay, we could immediately ramp. It only helps so much, though. It's probably worth it over holding on for another 1-drop, you know? Okay, fell down. Balluna's a big girl. Next land is pretty good as well. I think just Balluna here, make everyone super cheap. Ideally, we can hold on red for the Familiar. Red, blue, green. Yeah? Okay. And we can still hold open the Familiar in case they do play another 1 toughness creature. Yeah, Balluna's a big girl. Yes, she actually is a big girl. That's a strong looking woman right there. What is she holding? A pumpkin with wings? With her feet on like a gingerbread house? She's a giant noble, yeah. Okay, they offer the trade. I think we take it here, because we always have LIER. So, this is fine. If we wait 1 more turn, though, we get the Beanstalk Worm. Maybe it's not worth it. No blocks, E2. Swift Spear after the fact. It's another 1 toughness creature. We'll zap it with the Familiar. Familiar totally coming in clutch. Feels a lot like Spikefield Hazard. Okay. I mean, land LIER is interesting. It only matters if the creature halves are down there, though. I think you just play the 5/4 worm. Dove Familiar is interesting, though, because then we actually get value out of the LIER. No attacks. We can trade off Familiar with Feldon now. And then play it back with LIER later. Attack with both. I'll block you here. Do we care if they kill Balloona? I think the answer is not really, because we're going to LIER next turn anyway. And we have enough mana to play the worm. So let's take some blocks. Yeah, 3 damage there. Two lands, which they do kind of need. And a Kumano. Down to 14. I think we want to leave red open here, ideally. Blue, blue. That looks good to me. And yeah, we can start the attack train. It's almost a little bit greedy, because we're not going to block with LIER this turn. Maybe we can hold this thing back. Actually, probably should have held that thing back, because we just get it back with LIER every turn anyway. Squee. They haven't played land yet for turn. I don't think it's worth risking LIER. I wonder if they know that. They don't, or they do. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to play this guy out anyway. So we'll just zap here. This could be a good Balloona turn. If we just play the Beanstalk, you know, can they really win from here? 5/4 reach. Maybe just you in the air. Okay, we're happy to trade the worm off. Fourth land. Stoke the flames for 4. Okay, you got it. 1 mana left open. Yeah, we'll take this block, even if they can kill it. And the festivities, okay. That's not bad. And we get to take out Squee. I think we just take the worm here. There goes Squee. Play this half. I think keep chipping away. We got to get there eventually. That was a solid draw. Backup Squee, okay. They don't throw it away. I guess you can bounce Squee here. If you're going to do it before combat. Or we could bounce the token. I think you just bounce the expensive card. Down to 7. Play the big worm. 5/4 is back. I'm questioning if there was a turn we played out the worm, which is pretty reasonable against mono red. We could have Ballooned though. We could have milled 7 and gotten a bunch. Yeah. Yeah, give me that value. Let's go. It's nice. All right, thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, a comment, and a subscribe. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.